Okay, so our keeping it a buck for today. We had a lot of mini rants in here. Okay, and it actually reminds me of a scripture. I can't remember exactly what it was, but the quote was basically, seek wisdom, seek knowledge, but in all thy things get an understanding, right? And you have to go through these things to learn these things. You can, and from an experiential standpoint. Another one of my favorite books is called The Wisdom of Failure, okay? And in the whole book, it talks about these financial failures from companies around the world, on Wall Street, Enron, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the whole book, the premise of the book is that humans learn through experience. That's how we learn. We're here literally experiencing this world. And if you want to go even deeper, you know, there's proof that basically we are the physical representations of God experiencing his creation through us. So he's experiencing part of creation through me, part of creation through Dominique, part of creation through the trees, through the X, Y, and Z, right? So the whole thing is about experience. And in this book, it talks about how humans must learn through experience, but you don't have to personally go through the experience to learn. In the hood, I grew up on the south side of Chicago. It was crackheads and drug dealers and all type of crime around me. In that environment, I was able to make it out, thank God, and shout out to my mom and family, right? But I can look on the corner and I can see a crackhead and I can see his experience in life, and I'm experiencing his experience by seeing him. And I can know and I can make the choice that I don't have to do crack to know crack is bad. That's what we say in the hood, right? The book says you learn through experience. You don't have to go through this financial failure. You can learn from their financial failure, so you don't have to do it. In the hood, we say, I don't have to do crack, and I know crack is bad. You're going through an experience, right? And through these experiences, you're gaining wisdom, you're gaining knowledge. But in that, you have to get some type of understanding, because it's not until you actually understand the why or the principle so that you can make the better choice, then you're going to continue to get that test. And at every level, you're going to keep getting the same test. It's going to be different levels of degrees of difficulty, but the principle, if you can get the principle down and understand the why, the what, the goal, the yes and the no behind that, if you can get an understanding of it, then no matter at what degree that test comes, you will have a high probability to pass it. How does that relate to trading? How does that relate to investing? Guess what? If you don't put your stop loss on, every single time you lose a trade for not putting your stop loss on, that's an experience. And until you go through that and get some wisdom and get some knowledge and get some understanding and stop losing your money and make the right choice of putting your stop loss on before you get into the trade, you're going to keep going through that experience, right? Or you can get a mentor, or you can get a course, or you can read a book and then get the knowledge and understanding from them who've already went through the experience, and you can learn from their experience, and then you can choose the best route to give you a high probability of success to be consistent. Okay, so that is our keeping it a buck for today. Is get wisdom, get knowledge, but get the understanding. Understand the why and the principles. Understand what's the best possible outcome and the worst possible outcome, and what you need to do to choose the best possible outcome consistently, relatively simple, and an easy to follow and easy to understand route, and then choose that more often than you choose the opposite side. Okay, so hopefully that helps you today.